So I got to mention that number one. Now, off that, the one thing I do want to just mention, because me and Jason were talking a little bit about this on the off air, was I see so many people to the point of what Jason just explained of like how you know if a product or a company is going to be worth one of the main reasons if it's worth going to and if you can have success as it by itself. But number two, what I see so many times is people being like, I want to go to this division because in my head, I think this is the best or whatever it is. What I just had to talk with our team in office hours about and our students is more people are choosing a quote unquote product than they are the team. Because there's a lot of great products out there. But if you have a manager who's not going to help you, you don't have a rep who's there to help you, you don't have anybody who's going to like the training. What's the training like? What if you don't have all that in place? The people I see who have the most success and are the happiest in this industry are the people who are able to have teammates who work as a team. They're like, that's why I'm so proud to be at Innovis, is like, we're a family. We're having family dinners in the evenings, all that, but like we can call each other. We know just today, one of my teammates is like, hey man, can you send this out for me because I don't have anymore. I'm going right after this to go send it out, right? So it's like, who are you with? Do you have a bunch of lone wolves or do you have people who are actually going to be on your side? Because I will tell you, so many people are like, I want to do ortho or I want to be in, capital, whatever it is. But you've for like our first year and you've never been there, right? And even for the people that are brand new, yeah, you've had 8 months, you've had 12 months. Great. You're still a baby. You haven't even scratched the surface of what else is out there in the medical device sales world. So just because you think you talk to 4 people, they said this. First off, I would encourage you to go talk to thousands of people, hundreds of people, whatever you can get just to learn about the market. That's the only reason I know this is I learned from people like Jason, but I've also been on 10,000 plus phone calls in the last 3.5 years easily. That's the only reason I can talk the way I talk. That's number one. But number two on that is it a family? Is it people that are like covering cases? Is it people that are going to help you out? Are they going to, do they want you to succeed because you are going to be helping and providing value to that team? Do they see that, number one? And then are they going to try to help you as well? That's what I just have to state because so many people, and I was this way, used to be the lone wolf, right? And there's a lot of times I am, but if you want to be an organization, you want to crush it, you want to do it, you can't be a lone wolf because you can go have success by yourself, but that doesn't help the organization, number one. But number two, to your point of like being able to coach, the best thing that's happened to me this year is growing businesses. Because know what you can't do? Be the lone wolf who's like, going back to the rep, why a lot of reps don't make great managers or CEOs or whatever it is because I did it this way. Well, if you're not me and I had this expectation, you're not going to understand it. But can I relate to you? Can I be able to teach that to you? And can I have grace? Can I have peace when I'm doing it? Because that's where I've grown the most, Jason, this year is working with a team, having people that are employees underneath me and being like, I have pretty high expectations, as you guys all can imagine. And what I've had to learn is a lot of those expectations are fake timelines in my head that will take away. So I just had to state all that because you dropped some gems there, but I just want you all to kind of hear this, whether you're trying to break in or you're already in. That's the kind of the biggest mistakes that I see people make when they're trying to break in.
I think, one of the things you want to have in your mind is not so much how much am I going to earn, but how much am I going to learn? And so as you're thinking about the next opportunity, really ask a lot of questions about the training. Is the expectation is it sink or swim? Hey, we're going to drop you in and we'll see how you do. Is it, oh, you'll learn everything from the rep. You'll spend 2 weeks in the car with the rep. But like, how formal is their training program? Can they show you a syllabus? Do they know what you'll be doing in 6 weeks? Do they, like, what's it look like? Some companies are better than others.
Yep.
But your career depends upon it.
1,000%. And I see this the most in, like, we have the talk in our course, exactly what you just said is you have to, like, they should be able to tell you the first 6 to 12 weeks what your life is going to look like. If they can't, that's a red flag, number one. Number two, we say we get a lot of people hired at distributors and distributorships, but this is why we help in that process. Like if we have people who don't have degrees or they only have an associate's or whatever that is, there's a lot of people who are at a distributorship, like you said, it's their money. They're going to run it how they want to run it. And Joe the Schmo can run his own business and just have things, right? But what I make sure our people know is, what's it look like? What's the training? What's the onboarding look like? What is the first 12 weeks going to look like for you? Are they taking you into cases? Are they helping you out? Or what we see a lot of times in these distributorships is hey, it's 100% commission. Good luck, buddy.
Right.
Here's what you sell.
And if they're not proud of their training, you should question that.
Yep.
Really good organizations that have good training programs are pretty proud of it, and they want to show it to you and tell you about it. And as you're asking about it, they're glad you're asking about it.
Yep.
And organizations that don't, it's not that they're hiding it, it's just they don't have much to point to. And that's kind of the telltale, like, oh, you really don't have a program that you're excited to show me. The other thing I would say is the interview, and we can bring it home here, but
yeah.
So you pointed out, winning is big. What have they accomplished versus how they manage? But you want to ask them, tell me about a time. Tell me about a time, and you really want to draw out concrete examples, good examples, where they have helped reps, trained reps, dealt with a problem. Like, how do you handle problems? What if I make a mistake? Naive, earnest, in earnest, trying to do the right thing, but like, give me an example of a time when you had to redirect somebody. What's that look like? What's that sound like? And then everybody needs to have 3 things that are true about you, that have made you successful, that you don't want to leave this interview without them knowing you did this, you did that, you are this type of person, this is what you drive. They may not know to ask you certain questions.
Mm-hmm.
The conversation may go in a certain direction and time may be running out. You monitor the time.
Yep.
And you make sure that those 3 things get declared, that you get it across, you get a chance to tell that story and describe that thing. It's your job. You got to go get it.
Yep.
You got to make sure that, they're going to interview 4, 5, 10, 20 people. Make sure they've heard what you need them to hear.
Yeah, 1,000%.
What are your processes? What are your insights? What do you know that other people don't know? Make sure I know before we leave.
Yeah. I love that. And then I always say to our people, whether you're trying to break in, because I get this, I just had it yesterday with people, hey, I have a first round interview, second round interview. It doesn't matter if you're going through the interview process or you're already in the industry. You're all going to go through these interview processes. But what I tell every single person, because they all try to go too much in depth, they get too stressed about it. And it's, if you can know your why you want to be in medical device sales, if you know why you want to be a part of that company, why you want to be a part of that division, and why you're the best candidate. If you can know those 4 whys, I don't care, first round, second round, or third round, you're going to be able to go through.